Hello, my Scraptastic friends. I'm Tanya with Scraptastic Creations, and today I'm going to create a 2-page layout with the Now and Forever special paper collection by Close to My Heart. This collection is running now through the end of February unless supplies run out. This paper is a Valentine's Day paper. It's got this vintage Victorian vibe going on. It's really, really pretty. Let me show you the paper up close. All of the paper is double-sided with a zip strip on top that you could use. This paper is, oops, got that backwards, don't I? This paper is, I love this heart, and this paper has got this old, it gives you like this old lacy, again, Victorian feel to it. And then you have this absolutely gorgeous flower print. And this is what's on the back of it. The paper collection also comes with this sticker collection. And the sticker collection has this gold foil to it. Hopefully the camera is picking that up. I'm going to use this title Timeless. That's how I got the idea of doing a generation layout. And I'm probably going to use several of these stickers. Our stickers are very thick cardstock, so they're a great embellishment. I also got the coordinating cardstock to this, and the cardstock is double-sided. It's two-toned if you're not familiar with our cardstock. So this came with plenty of cardstock for me to create this. And then it came with these, this reminds me of like these iron-on, like those, these are stickers, but they remind me of the little patches like you used to put on like purses or like your jean jacket or, you know, backpacks. So that's what these remind me of. I also got the this stamp set, and the stamp set comes with coordinating thin cuts or metal dies. If you're not familiar with our stamps, all of our stamps come in these fantastic envelopes, and they come on these carrier sheets and have this foam backing included that you can stamp directly on to give it a good even pressure. I love that all of the stuff comes right in these envelopes, and they make for perfect storage. So I'm going to bring in my Versamats. I'm going to use 2 Versamats because I'm going to do a 2-page layout. I love these Versamats. They have dimensions on them, and I love these little grids that are 1/4 of an inch. They help line everything up. These mats also flip over, and they make for the perfect stamping platform. Okay, so let me tell you for a minute about my photos. So I told you this was a traditional Valentine's Day paper, but I am going to go ahead and use these photos of my mother and my grandmother and my daughter. So, and I'll tell you a little bit about this as we go along, but this is 4 generations here, so I thought that this would be great to do with this paper with that timeless title. So I kind of was looking at the paper earlier, and I decided that I wanted this to be my photo to stand alone on the first page. And then I'm going to use these ones like over here on this one. And I'm going to, instead of using cardstock in the background, I'm going to bring in this paper, and I'm going to use this in my background on both pages. Let me just glue this down real quick so it doesn't move on me. So everything lines up straight. I think I'm gonna put it right about here. And I'm gonna mat these with our scarlet paper. Like so. So I got my inspiration from this layout using the Make It From Your Heart pattern 27. I was looking at this photo, and although my photos aren't oriented this way, and I am not using this many photos, I'm just going to do 2 photos and this will be shorter. I kind of just got the feel for the layout with the paper going across and the paper going down and then some frames using this. This is a great book for inspiration. These are very thick, a very thick kind of cardstock with like a coating over it that you can wipe off easily. This is also from Close to My Heart, and I just have it stored in one of our 8x10 albums. I'm sorry, 6x8 albums, not 8x10. So again, that's where I got my inspiration from, although my photos are much different. And I don't have as many, but that's okay, right? So I want to bring in this Seabrook paper. Back here, like they had it. And this is about 3 1/4 by 12. And I'm thinking right about at the 1.5 inch mark. And this is also, this paper here is 5 by 12. In case you want to cut that yourself at home. I think that looks pretty good. I went ahead and took the sticky off of some of these, the sticker sheet off of these stickers so I could use these embellishments in my title. And the way I did that was I simply took the static pouch and I just tapped on it or rubbed on it, and it takes the sticky off. It has like this kind of powder inside of it, so it's great for that. You use this with embossing. So I'm gonna use my title. Yeah, and I'll have something over here. Put this in the middle, close to the middle, and I'm going to play with these, maybe here. I thought that it would be fun to pull these frames in and not use them as like traditional frames, but as accent pieces. So I'm thinking that this would look good behind here. Sorry. Got these nails and sometimes I can't do anything with them. So I'm thinking, yeah, up there would look good. Yeah, I like that. And then I'm going to play with some of these flowers. Maybe we'll put this one somehow over here. And bring in the clock or the old pocket watch, because this is a timeless layout. So this is my mom, and this is my grandma, and that is myself, and this is my daughter. And this is, like I said, a 4th generation layout. And we took this photo 6 years ago. It was 6 years ago in February that we took these photos. We had went up to, when I grew up, I didn't get to see my grandma very much. I didn't really know her. And she was always in New York, and we lived in New England, and we just didn't get to see her very much. And so when I was about 6 years ago, I moved to Florida, and my grandmother had moved to Florida 3 years prior to that with my aunt. And I'm so thankful that I moved to Florida when I did, because I got to spend some time getting to know my grandmother, who was always very, very sweet to me and my children. And she said, "I love you" all the time. "I love you, I love you." It was just such a sweet memory that I have, because my grandmother passed away 5 years ago in December. So I really only got to spend about a good 11 months getting to know her. So I'm very thankful for that time. And my mom was here at the time, so we got to, you know, be there together. So I thought these photos right here would be perfect for this paper pack. So that's my story. Do you guys have, do you scrapbook 3rd, 4th generation photos? Do you have 3rd, 4th generation photos? You know, what's your story? You know, what memories do you have of the generations past, and your grandparents? And I'd love to know. I mean, leave me a comment in the description if you know your grandma or your grandfather and got to spend time with them as a kid, and or if your memories are like mine and you didn't have very much time, so they're very precious to you. So I think this would look good there. It's coming. So maybe we could tuck this here. It's still a little bit sticky right there. My mom is not here in Florida either, so I don't get to spend very much time with her either. So having these photos of everyone together just really means a lot to me. And I'm glad that I got these photos with my daughter as well. I think I'm going to bring in some of these like little patches that I was showing you earlier, just to give it a little bit of dimension, a little bit of just a little something else. Maybe up there. Maybe here. Maybe we'll pull in another strip down here. And I'm thinking about bringing in a background stamp here. I was thinking that we could use some splatter, maybe some background, maybe some spots, splotches. And I have this stamp set. This is Background Elements. It's in our core catalog. So it has these like splotches and splatters that you could stamp right here. And I was thinking that maybe I'll go ahead and use this one. And we will put it in this Seabrook color right here. And actually, I'm thinking maybe I will bring in this airmail. That would be fun. So we could stamp this maybe up here and here. Maybe I'll do it a little down so that way there we can put another piece of paper in here. And then maybe right here behind this cluster before I glue it down. And I want to do it in like a subtle color. And then we will maybe bring these in here, down here as well. And then maybe up here, maybe just up here coming up from like underneath this title. I'll go ahead and get that on a block. And our stamps have like a film coating over them when they're new. So you can just simply rub that off with the palm of your hand or the back of your hand. I tend to like to do it with the palm of my hand just because it doesn't rip my skin. And I'm thinking that we want to do that in, we'll use Seabrook. I'll bring in mulberry, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to second generation it. And if you don't know what second generation is, get my scratch paper. So I'm going to ink this up and I'm going to stamp it. I think that then I'm going to off stamp it. So I'm going to try this again. I'm going to stamp it. Then I'm going to stamp it down here. Oh, I like that. Okay, I got my stamps on a block and I've seasoned them. And I think I'm going to bring in mulberry ink, and mulberry matches the background of this lacy print here. So let's stamp these. I'm going to add in a little bit of shimmer brush. So this is a shimmer brush and you can paint with this. This is gold, and the gold has, it's kind of like a clear with some gold sparkles throughout it. You just give it a shake. And then I'm going to bring in a block. I learned this really cool technique to not waste any of this ink. I'm going to squeeze it on a block. I learned that from a fellow consultant, Jamie Malmy, and I just want to give her a shout out for that super awesome, helpful technique. So, or tip. So I just got a little bit here on my block, and I am going to take my piercing tool and add some gold glitter to this layout. Oh, that is so pretty, you guys. And then you can just pick up some more. There's like never any waste. So we'll add a little bit more and don't worry about this looking wet, it'll dry. Just really, you can add as little or as much as you want. I obviously like a lot of sparkle. This is coming out really nice. I think that we will complement a little bit more of this gold and add some more gold hearts off the sticker sheet. Okay, I went ahead and did my journaling. I just need to glue it down. I wanted to document that these generation photos, this 4th generation of my gram, my mom, Emily, and myself are super special to me because this was the first time that we were together, and it was also the last time that we were all together. And then I went ahead and put the date. These, I'm going to glue these down. These, I know some of you are probably like, oh, she just made that layout and she just wrote with her handwriting and she's putting that on there. And it's okay to type it out, and I like that look as well, but I also think it's really important to include your handwriting. Again, I would love to have something that my grandmother had written. That would mean a lot to me if I had that, and I do not. So I'm gonna go ahead and include my handwriting here for maybe my grandchildren or my great-grandchildren, or even for my daughter, you know, later on, hopefully much later on in life, but we never know, right? So I just thought that it would be really, really cool for her to have something that I had written myself with my own hand. So I went ahead and did that. I really hope that you enjoyed this processing video. If you liked it, please give it a like and a thumbs up. And if you, a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel for many more videos to come. If you have any comments for me, if there's something you'd like to see or you had a different idea with this paper, I would love to, an idea, something other than Valentine's Day, I would love to hear about it. You can go ahead and leave me a comment. I will leave my, all the items that I used to create this 2-page layout. I will go ahead and include it in the description. And again, if you can see the sparkling gold that we did, I went ahead, I'm going to call this 2-page layout Now and Forever complete. Hopefully the camera's picking up on all of that. Again, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for the next video.